You wonder what life's all about. Question the things you've been taught, and the answer comes to you. It's so true.
Known as Dr. Joe. He is a Hastings Law Student graduate, former teacher and educator for 30 years. Steps for Peace Award recipient, writer and performer on music, providing positive, inspirational, and self-empowering messages. A health advocate and an advocate for self-change, married for over 25 years. Dr. Joe is the founder and director of the Auckland State Peace Festival. He has been a vegetarian for over 20 years and a vegan for 35 years. He is co-author with his wife, Mama Nasira. They've co-authored 3 books. Spicy Taste Vegan Cuisine, Eat Your Way to a Healthy Life, Spicy Tasty Vegan Cuisine, an informative guide to healthy living, and Spicy Tasty Vegan Cuisine, an informative health guide for the melanated people of color. 2 are bestsellers on health and nutrition. Well, that deserves a round of applause. He and his wife have been in the Gambia training vegan, that's plant-based chefs. They travel to schools, churches, villages, and communities, spreading nutritional information and providing free workshops on nutrition. Delicious food preparation.
Gregory, Joe, bless you. Known as Dr. Joe for you. You're welcome on stage. I am so thrilled and I am humbled to be here by this assembly of incredible people. We all have a dream, and dreams come true. If you can see it, you will be it. Now, I just want you to know, I believe, and as a result of that, we are what you can see as sounds of believing in your dream. Now, just Diasporians and Gambians, we can work together by marrying our finances, our insights, our work ethic, and our motivation. There's nothing that can stand in our way. We can create businesses and maintain them to help improve the lives of the people here and throughout the continent. Now, this can be accomplished with what I call the 4 C's. Communication, compromise, commitment, and connectivity. Now, communication, I would suggest and invite you to share your stories. Everyone has a story. And many of our stories are filled with joy, with pain, with ups and with downs. But if you deeply listen to someone's story, you find that you have a lot more in common than you may have originally thought. So share your stories. When you share your stories, you share more than a piece of yourself, and you make a connection. The second is compromise. Now, there are a whole lot of things to learn in this world. I don't know one person that knows everything. I certainly don't. Now, there are different perspectives and ways of looking at things. And if you look at here in the Gambia, we have ethnic groups that include Medikas, Fulas. My God, you get Majagas, you get, the list goes on and on. In the diasporans, we have them coming from here. The UK, Canada, West Indies, America. So we've all come from different places to be here at this perfect time. Now, everything is connected. So we look at compromise. Now, when we look at compromise, I would like to think that we can be open and flexible. Because Many people come with their own experiences, which can be shaped by their school, their education, their religion. But all of that can be taken in and worked with if we are open. And that means you have to understand and be open to respecting others. That includes their customs, that includes their way of life. The next is commitment. Now, some of you would say commitment means what? Well, that means you stay the course. Stay the course. The darkest hour is just before dawn. But if you work together, no, there's going to be some ups, there's going to be some downs. If you look at Edison and the good brother Maslaha that did most of the work, how they put together the first successful commercial light bulb. It didn't happen the first time. They had many tests, many trials. It's the same with the Wright brothers. To get a plane that flies around and we think it's just commonplace now. It was many steps and many trials to get there. Mama Nasira and I, it took us 27 months, no TV, no doorbell, working on our 3 books. And yes, there was disappointment. There were tears. But at the end of that, we have 2 books that are the best sellers, and we are able to help more people around the world. So commitment, stay the course, encourage each other. And lastly, connectivity. We're all one. You've heard that. You've seen the t-shirts. We're one. We're one. And you know what? It's true. We're all connected. If you think you're thinking about somebody, and the next thing you know, they either call you or they just show up in your life. So whatever you focus on most is going to show up in your life as an experience. If you're fearful, you're going to bring about more fearful experience in your life. If you're loving, you're going to bring about more loving experiences and more love in your life. And when you have 2 or more minds, as it says, 2 or more gathered together, the midst of that is that you have that connectivity. And you are connected with all the vibration in the multiverse. If you don't believe me, think about it. There are many ideas that may pop in your mind, and then you say, he did that. I thought of it first. But did you act on it? We're all connected to the same source. So if we work together, can you imagine the synergy? What we will do working with those of like mind on the same vibration. Now, I'm into this, but I want you to know that if you're armed with this information and you use those 4 C's, communicate, compromise. And in compromising, I like to say, compromising doesn't mean you bend over when you're wrong. You just don't let things go in terms of compromise and try to keep the peace if you know it's wrong. That is a misinterpretation of what many call Maslaha. With Maslaha, it's okay to to compromise, to negotiate. But when someone is doing wrong, when they're causing hurt, harm, or hindering someone else, you have an obligation based on love, based on respect, and based on courage. Because you know, whatever you do is coming back to you. If someone does something, and you know there are many things people do, and you see it, and you don't say anything, you don't do anything, guess what? You are not expressing yourself as a loving, caring person. Because if you were, You say something, knowing full well that whatever they do is coming back to them. So if you would like to stop them having pain and injury, say something, do something. So, armed with this information, let's go forward. We'll make the Gambia not just a paradise, but it'll make it a heaven for many. Thank you. Now, I can't do anything without this woman. I'm over 70 years old, and this woman is taking care of me. We have a chapter in our book, chapter 5, Most Men Are Slow. And that's because it takes about 50 years for the average man to mature. So I want to thank all you women for putting up with us. And here is my number one woman, Mama.